I would have left her at that Chris Brown concert, and I would have been at the lawyer's office that same night. This man literally took his wife back after she publicly disrespected him by kissing Chris Brown, tongue kissing. And then you got people saying, oh, it's Chris Brown, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's over. It's over. You better hope Chris Brown still pay you some attention after that stunt that you pulled. Because not only did you embarrass me, you showed everybody that you have zero respect for me. And that's just something that I cannot forgive. And this Chris Brown we talking about, this man probably fresh out of some box from the night before. But no, ain't gonna be no taking back. It ain't gonna be no making up. It ain't gonna be no forgiving. I would have broke my hand signing them divorce papers. You hear me? And I'm the type, if my wife or my girl going to see an artist that she really like, I'm not gonna go. You can call me insecure or whatever, but there is no way that I want to see my girl lusting and oozing and creaming over another man in my face. I just stay home, man, for real. I would have left her.
Shalom. We're back with another lesson. So before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechah HaKodash, to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. I'd like to give double honor. Shalom to the 144,000, to the 1/3, to the hopeful elect. Shalom. We're here with a lesson I'm going to call an wicked adulterous woman make dark the countenance of a man. Or I'll probably figure out something shorter because that's kind of a lot. But as you just seen, I know many brothers probably already seen it, where this man got totally embarrassed by his wife tongue kissing Chris Brown. I don't want no look smooch on the lips, no look kiss on the cheek. I mean, she stuck her tongue in this man's mouth. And then it wasn't even behind closed doors. This was at a concert for thousands of people to see, and now on the internet for millions of people to see. Now, the guy in the video said he ended up taking his wife back, saying it was a concert and he don't mind. Nigga, you mind. I don't care who you is, unless you one of them cucks. He might not be an Israelite, because I don't know no Israelite man that want to see any of his woman, whether that's his main woman or his side piece, get touched by another man and not cut up about it. So he might be a Edomite, a chocolate covered Edomite, because I just don't understand, how do you get off on watching your woman tongue kiss Chris Brown? Like this other man saying, he could have been fresh out of another woman, but if you know, you know, he could have been out of another man at that point, or another man out of him. Hey, it is what it is. If you know, you know. But that just shows you the wickedness of Eve here in Babylon the Great, because she gave no thought about her husband. It was all about her happiness and what gonna make her feel good, and tongue kissing Chris Brown in that moment was what she felt. But remember, this is a curse upon our people from Yahweh Bashim Hawashai. As the scriptures say, thy wife shall be a harlot in the street. So we got to go through this where our women are whores, and not just, how should I say, not just whores behind closed doors, but public whores, as we see this woman right here. And if you go through the comment section, you'll find many of women saying, oh, I'd have done it too. It's Chris Brown. So what? So what if it's Chris Brown? It don't matter. Now, we were living in our kingdom, her and Chris Brown both would be put to death for this wickedness. But here in Babylon, this guy got to say he take her back, because you got to take it. I say it's cheaper to keep her. He ain't got the kind of money needed to separate from her. So he got to take that lick. But this is why the scriptures warn of women like this. Because women like this will have a man crash out, killing everybody, and they'll blame him. Well, why couldn't he control his emotion? As the scriptures say, jealousy is the rage of a man, just roughly paraphrasing. And it's crazy that shit like this is promoted in this place. That's why this place got to go, because Babylon the Great is just full of adultery. Which, let's go ahead and get into these scriptures. This is the book of Sirach 25, and we're gonna be skipping through a few of these. We're gonna start here at 13. Salakia. This is Sirach 25 and 13. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, which we know that heart going to the word mind, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. Yeah, just give me mental trouble, then to plague me with a wicked woman. As you can see, this man will play with a wicked woman to where she worldly embarrassed him. It just wasn't, like I said, not in front of a couple thousand people. This thing is playing all over the internet. And once it get on the internet, it's over the world. So there's no way he can act like he don't really care that it didn't affect him. I know it affects you, because the world is watching. And we know 2/3 of our people are worldly people. So I know it's affecting him. I know his pride is hurt, destroyed. I know he in the bathroom with the shower running, crying. Snot running down his nose. Boo-hoo. Oh, why? Why? But he know he can't say nothing. Not in this society. Not in Babylon the Great, where they allowed a woman to compass a man, to make her think she's the head and the man is the tail. In this backwards place. You see? Let's go down a little bit more. Verse 17, the wickedness of a woman changes her face and darkens her countenance like sackcloth. Yeah. And I bet you she wasn't happy with him. If she was this bold to do it on a national stage, she was already doing it behind his back. She probably already showing signs that this was her attitude towards him. Already darkened her countenance. That's why she took that shot. The moment she got picked, I bet you she already knew, yeah, I'm going to try Chris Brown. Fuck that nigga. I don't care about him. But this the wickedness of our people here in Babylon, man. Where they just been turned out and turned loose, especially our women. Why? Because they're a reflection of us, of what we did against Yahweh Ba'ashem Hawashai. When we kept going horn with the different nations, worshiping their gods, following their ways. So that's why Yahweh Ba'ashem Hawashai made our women whores. Let's see. Verse 19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Because that was something she didn't even have to do. I mean, don't get me wrong. Chris Brown wrong as fuck for that shit too. Leaning close in. He knew how these women feel about him. He knew that one of them would have tried something like that. So he not innocent in this. That's why I said they both would be put to death if we was in our kingdom. But the wickedness of this woman to not even give a fuck that her husband right there in the crowd. Then the camera paying right to him and he's shaking his head. That gotta hurt. Look, recently myself, at least sometime about toward the end of last year, I went through some stuff that with a woman that, man, crushed me. And that was kind of privately. But this was openly, man. This was openly that he went through this. That the world's still talking about it. I know that hurt. I know that pain. I know that frustration. Now, he took her back. Like I said, he probably don't have the money to separate from her. Because a divorce is a expensive thing. But you know, it would never be the same, man. There would never be trust in that house. There would never be anything she can say where he'll believe her. Because you embarrassed me on a world stage. You embarrassed that man to the point I know his heart is ripped apart. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised one of those spirits of vengeance jump on him and he put her to death. Because she definitely deserved it, man. Let's see. A wick. This is Sirach 25 and 23. A wicked woman abideth the courage to make a heavy countenance and a wounded heart. Yeah, like I said, when she was going up on that stage, she had already made it up in her mind if Chris Brown got too close to her, she was gonna do it. As scriptures say, a wicked woman abideth the courage. Let's see what that word abideth mean. Abideth. And archaic third person singular simple present indicative form of the verb abate. It means to reduce, lessen, diminish, of subside in intensity, amount of strength. So she abided the courage to make a heavenly countenance. So basically, she lowered her own inhibitions, her own resistance. What I wanted to say, her own shoot. I can't think of the word. I can't think of the word right now. But she know fully well that her husband really wouldn't agree to what she did, but she did it anyway. Conscience, that's what it was. She lowered her own conscience. Like, yeah, he might not like it, but it's what I want to do. It's Chris Brown. It's once in a lifetime. That YOLO shit. And you know, like I said, you know this man is hurt. You ain't gonna tell me you ain't. I know you hurt. Unless you're a cuck. A woman that will not comfort her husband in the stress, making weak hands and feeble knees. And you know she didn't comfort that man. You know, after she got down off that stage, told that nigga to suck it up. It's Chris Brown. Suck it up, nigga. You rather somebody else? And you know that she doing it with somebody else, man. And she was that bold to go up there on that stage with Chris Brown and kiss him, tongue kiss him for the world. You know behind closed doors somebody else is running through. But that's the wickedness of a woman, man. And as it said, give me any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. Verse 24, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. We all die. Yeah. Because that could have been a situation to where the spirit could have jumped on him right there and he ran on the stage and tried to do something. But these wicked women, man, they will destroy you if you don't have the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai working with you. Verse 25 and 26. Give no water passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. And that's what he did. He gave this woman liberty to gad abroad on his ass. So he ended up seeing what happened when you get him liberty. As the scriptures say, don't give a woman too much liberty or she'll destroy herself. Just roughly paraphrasing. And you seen what happened. In our kingdom, she would have been put to death. She would have destroyed herself. Why? Because her husband gave her too much liberty. And she go not the way that I would give her, cut her off from thy flesh and give her a bill of divorce and let her go. Yeah, like the man said, he should have just went on ahead and divorced her. After that, ain't no coming back. You're not going to bash me on the world stage, then think you're going to come back and hold my hand and we're going to be loved. No, bitch, get the fuck on. I don't care how expensive it is. We got to do something. Because I can't live with you and you can't live with me. There is no more getting along, man. I'll send you on about your way. All right? This is Sirach 26. I'm going to start at verse 1. Blessed is the man that have a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be doubled. And we know one thing. This woman was far from virtuous. Far from one of the ones that the Lord said a man should have. Verse 2. A virtuous woman rejoiced her husband, and he shall fulfill his years of his life in peace. And we see she did not rejoice in her husband. Because I know this man's life is in turmoil. I know their friends, family, loved ones, shit, other women, if he trying to holler at them, laughing at him like, nigga, you a whole sucker. You a play, man, you let the woman play you. So this man ain't got no kind of peace right now. A good wife is a good portion, which shall be given in portion to them that fear the Lord. And ultimately, this man, you can tell he don't fear the Lord. He's a worldly person. So he can't be, the Yahweh Bashim Shah can't give him a good woman. He don't fear him. And as scriptures say, a wicked woman is given into portion of a wicked man. Let's see. We'll get one or two more. Let's see. Verse 7. An evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro, and he that holdeth of her is as though he held a scorpion. Yeah. And we seen that, man. We seen this man trying to hold a scorpion. And what happened? He got stung, man. He got stung by her. Publicly. On a world stage. Then he gonna try to double down. Oh, no, this was a concert. It don't matter. It do matter. If you're a man, it matters, man. That shit pisses you off. Ain't no point of just sitting there and taking it. I'm not gonna cover for on that bullshit. You ain't even think much about me not to do the shit. You can believe if Chris Brown would have pulled his, out, she'd either been down there hitting their head or taking it. Heck, even both, right there on stage. But you want to cover for her. Nah, man. You put that bitch out the pastor like she's supposed to be. Let's see. We'll get one more. All right. Slack here for that, man. Verse 11 and 12, we'll end out on that. Watch over and imputing the eye and marvel not if she... start at 10. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty, which I mentioned earlier. But that also going to your wife. This man had a shameless, wicked wife. Watch over her with an imputing the eye. Get that word imputing. Slack it. Imputing it. Imputing it describes a person or behavior that is bold, disrespectful, shamelessly rude, or often showing lack of proper modesty and courtesy. And was that not her? Was that not the behavior she showed her husband? So he shouldn't marvel if she trespassed against him. Like I said, that wasn't just no one-time thing. Maybe with a celebrity, but I put money on it. She been doing stuff like this to him because you did that too openly. You were too bold with it. You have no fear of your husband at all. You feel like you're going to go on stage and tongue kiss Chris Brown. Verse 12, we'll finish out here. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he had found a fountain, and drink of every water near her. By every head she would sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. And we know that going into her being a whore, taking on many men. And like I said, if she was bold enough to do this in public, she doing exactly what this scripture said, man. She doing exactly what this scripture said. And he probably know about it. But if he didn't, he know now. Because Yahweh Bashim Haushai exposed her on a worldly stage. So he gonna say he fine with it. Hey, I'm cool with it. My mama always told me, if they like it, you love it, son. Yeah, and that's on him. But that's all I have to say on that. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Haushai. Shalom. And oh, by the way, I don't condone none of that shit. Like I said, I'd put her to death. But if that nigga want to keep being with her, even after that, yeah, I'm not about to fight him for it. not my woman. Shalom.